Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Yes, honey, sliding up in here with some more videos. So what's going down is that basically everybody named Mama been wanting me to talk about the whole Tamar and Vince situation. I've known about it all weekend, but I wanted to hold off until more information came out. And today, yes, honey, that info, that proof, and the shit that I needed to make this damn video, honey, landed in my lap today, okay? The 911 call has just been released.
Someone please call 911.
Yes, honey. Someone please call 911, okay? There seems to be a domestic going on. So what's going down is that basically it broke this weekend that Tamar and Vince got into a huge fight in Atlanta at some hotel. And they're saying that the police and the ambulance were called because Vince supposedly bit Tamar in the finger. And so a lot of folks were talking about this. And then TMZ ran into them at the airport flying from Atlanta back to LA. And they were holding hands and trying to put up a united front. But something told me deep down inside, something ain't cleaning the buttermilk, bitch. Y'all's trying too hard and I'm not buying that everything's cool. So, you know, Vince is sitting there smiling. Tamar just looks like she's just over the whole situation. So I wasn't buying that video of them at the airport at all. And then on top of that, Tamar's been real quiet. Vince hasn't really been saying too much on social media. But today, honey, when I tell you TMZ bought them damn receipts after Vince tried to play it off and act like nothing happened and like, you know, act like the media was crazy.
Is everything okay? Okay, a thumbs up will do.
And that, you know, the blogs had it wrong. TMZ was like, okay, bitch, we got you. They went and got them damn receipts and spread it all over social media. And it's now been confirmed that Vincent Herbert did bite Tamar's finger and there was a domestic abuse situation going on. If you guys want to hear that 911 call because TMZ owns it, you guys can click the link down below. It's on my website. You can go ahead and, you know, listen to the 911 call. But a lot of folks want to know my opinion about this situation, honey. And my opinion is this. First of all, Vince's big grown ass is a little bit too old to be biting Tamar's finger like his name is Charlie, okay?
Ow, Charlie!
Charlie bit my finger. Well, hell, maybe his plump ass thought her finger was a chicken finger. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But anyways, let me stop for people getting their fucking feelings and act like I'm making fun of domestic violence, which I'm not. You know, real talk, I find this disturbing. Something about Tamar and Vince's relationship has kind of always rubbed me the wrong way. I watched the Tamar and Vince show. Y'all know I love me some reality TV, honey. That is my fucking guilty pleasure. I watch it all, okay? So I used to watch the Tamar and Vince show. And initially, I just was always thinking, like, how did Tamar pull him? You know what I'm saying? Because she's so loud and over the top. And he just seems like a little quiet, you know, teddy bear. Like real demure, real quiet, you know. And I thought, well, maybe they just kind of balance each other out. But one thing I will always say, like I always tell women and young girls, everything that glitters is not gold. And I know at times, even with me being an adult and having, you know, the little bit of stuff that I have, you know, sometimes I would look at their relationship and be like, oh my gosh, you know, like, damn, they're doing it. Got that big ass house, all these cars. You know, Tamar don't want for nothing. She can go on a shopping spree every day. That is the life. I had to check myself and remind myself, one, this is television. It's highly edited, and you don't know what goes on behind closed doors because, once again, everything that glitters is not gold. And so while watching that show, I would notice that even though Tamar can be loud, abrasive, you know what I'm saying, and annoying as hell, Vince has a slick-ass mouth. He says a lot of low-blow shit to her. I remember after she had that baby, he took the baby, after she literally got out the hospital, he took the baby in the car seat, slammed the door on her, and then he also had the nerve to say that she was a bad mom. And I'm like, why would you even say that to a woman who just had your child? Like, you haven't even given her a chance to be a mom. The baby is brand new. You know, he's just said a lot of little slick shit to her throughout, you know, the seasons on the show and even on the Braxtons. And she's also said a lot of slick shit to him. The thing that also bothers me with Tamar is that while she can be very extra, and I believe that Vince can be very mean, especially behind closed doors, he seems like he has a very, very vicious mouth. You know, the thing about Tamar, you know, with this whole situation, I hope it kind of humbles her. Because Tamar likes to get on her high horse and act like her relationship is just pristine, crystal clear, ain't no flaws. Like her relationship is just perfect. And she likes to talk down to her sisters. And she likes to talk down to her sisters' boyfriends, husbands, and everything else like they're so beneath her and Vince. So I think hopefully this situation being in the public eye and everybody knowing that her so-called fairy tale marriage is not perfect may cause her to eat a bit of humble pie. You know, because at the end of the day, nobody has a perfect relationship, period. I don't care who it is. Nobody has a perfect relationship. You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes through things. People are striving. You know, you have two people trying to become one. I just think that, you know, I'm not trying to judge her or her situation, but I also feel like she can be very, very judgmental when it comes to other people's situations as well, which is not cool. You know, I hope, which is not cool. At the end of the day, I wish her and Vince the best. I'm not saying that she needs to just go on ahead and divorce him. That's their relationship. They need to figure it out, work out whatever they need to work out. And if it's not meant for them to be together, then maybe they need to go their separate ways. But at the end of the day, I hope that they both get their act together because they have a young child, little Logan, with his little cute self, who loves both of them. You know, he loves Tamar and he loves Vince. So I just hope that they can, you know, bring down the fighting and whatever is going on between them. I hope they can, you know, reconcile, figure it out, and move forward. You know, so that'd be my only wish for them. Like I said, relationships are just not easy. I don't care if you're famous. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're, you know, in the hood. I don't care if you're poor. You know, relationships can be very, very hard. And that's why I always say, never look at somebody else's relationship and scream relationship goals, because you never truly know what's going on behind closed doors. You know, while you're screaming that you want to be their relationship goal and you wish your man or your woman could be more like such and such, you never know. You know, that man could be cheating on her, beating her. That woman could be cheating on her husband, cussing him out, belittling him. So you never know. At the end of the day, the only thing you can do is focus and try and grow your relationship to be the best thing smoking, honey. Anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation. Once again, concerning Vincent Herbert, honey, biting Tamar's finger and the 911 call being leaked out to the blogs. And then do agree with me that Tamar can be kind of extra on her show when talking down to her sisters. And then how do you feel about Vince in general? Do you agree with me that sometimes he does have a slick mouth and that he can say some low blow shit to Tamar? And, you know, it might have been a situation where he might have said some crazy stuff to her. She got in his face, was pointing her finger in his face, and he just was like, fuck it, and bit it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm picturing in my head, honey. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit lovelyt.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.